Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to the First 15. My name is Melinda B. Powers, the founder of Intentional Professionals, and this is our weekly accountability party. So, welcome. Thank you for being here. And I just want to let people know if you're new to the space, this is a 15-minute call in 5-minute segments. This is a safe space designed to help you be more accountable in a very easy way because accountability happens piece by piece. We can't go from 0 to 100. So I'm here to help you get there in smaller steps. And part of what we do, our first 5 minutes, we talk about our wins. And the wins can come from last week. Most likely, you want to do something that's closer in time, something that you really are proud of that you did, something that you are really happy that you completed. And for anyone participating, you can just put your win in the comments and I can read it off. Hi, how are you, Lauren? Thank you for showing up. So we're talking about our wins from last week. So for me, I had a really big win. I am now working on my first subcontract for my business. I'm very excited. It's with our local utility. And I'm really excited to see this get started. So I'm working on that process and finalizing the details this week. But I'm super proud because it was not the way that I intended to start. I was more looking to do B2C, but first B2B contract. So yay! If anyone's in the chat, if you're watching the stream anywhere and you want to share your win from last week, please do so. I will read it. Keep in mind, not every platform lets me see the comments. I don't know why. I think Facebook does, LinkedIn and YouTube. I don't know. We'll have to see. But please share your wins if you're able. Okay. Thank you. So anyway, we're going to see if anyone else is able to chime in. But I just wanted to talk about why it's important for us to celebrate wins. It doesn't have to be the biggest thing going on. Sometimes the win can be that you got out of bed every day or that you were able to get your clothes on and get out of bed. So, it's always good for us to be able to celebrate even the small wins, but the big wins count too, of course. It's just that we're not going to have big wins every week, and we don't want to just focus on those. So, I try to make that a little bit easier for everybody because everyone's at different levels and we want everyone to be able to participate. So that's my win. But if you have any wins in the audience you want to share from last week, please do. And then the other parts of the call, I'll go over that really quickly if you're new because I see new people. Our second part is going to be about me providing you some encouragement so we can celebrate our wins. And then the last 5 minutes is for us to talk about our me time, and that's a play off the Nintendo Wii is MII for most impactful item, and that's an opportunity for us to set some kind of goal for this week so that we have something to work towards. We're sharing that with other people, so it's giving us a little more accountability because we've said it out loud, so to speak. And then hopefully you can come back next week and report this week's me time as the win. So it's designed so that it can continue to go and to create a community around accountability and showing up and challenging ourselves to put it out there. Because sometimes that's the hard part. If we don't put it out there, then it doesn't really exist to everyone else. And if we just got it, bottled up to ourselves, no one can say, hey, well, what happened with that project you were working on? Because we didn't share it. So that's kind of the little trick there. I think we can skirt a lot of accountability by not sharing our goals, our dreams, our desires, our projects. And it doesn't give us the ability to really show up and to allow community to help us all grow. So that's just a little intro for you guys since you're new. And we're going to move into our second part, which is the blog and the pep talk. So basically the inspiration and encouragement that I talk about comes from my weekly blog. It's the Intentional Professionals blog. Comes out generally around midnight Monday morning, but every Monday that blog drops. And I talk about something related to business, whether you're an owner or you are a professional in a career, it's all applicable. And this week was all about consistency. So I get a little peeved with conversations about business, especially business ownership, that are all about these quick fixes and quick hot tips and hacks. Business is a long haul. You have to be willing to sometimes do things for a long time with no results, but you cannot quit. Like with the quitters never win and winners never quit. The unfortunate part is, and this is my opinion, social media has been good and bad. It's been great in that a lot of other people can see other people's success, that and it can inspire them to go for more. But it has also painted sometimes a untrue picture of what entrepreneurship is like and small business ownership. And it has glamorized it and made it into something sometimes that's a little delusional, if I may say that. And I think it does a lot of people a disservice because they expect these really insane gains that just aren't normal. Sometimes the marketers that are marketing to you, they have a lot of money. And that's just not the typical experience for most small business owners. They don't have thousands or tens of thousands of dollars to pump into something, to buy a bunch of ads and, all of that. So if you're on a shoestring trying to, do the bootstrapping from the beginning, you're not going to be able to do all of that. And you're going to have to build it slowly and intentionally, and it's going to take a while. So consistency really is the silver bullet, as I like to say, because good morning, it's the silver bullet because it may not be the quick thing, but it's the thing that'll get you there. You cannot reach your goals without consistency. And from all the people in the chat that I see, I know you guys understand the value of hard work, but also about just being able to stick to it and not quit. You have to be able to stick with it. Like, for instance, most of the time, I only have one participant on this call. Today, I see 3 different names that I don't normally see. And this is just a fraction of who might be watching. So, but if I didn't keep showing up, I believe this is week 13. If I didn't keep showing up, then I would never see these results. And I expect this to continue to grow because I know this is a good idea. And I know this is something that can help people. But if I give up too soon and I'm not consistent enough, if I show up every other week or once a month, or, I skip, weeks at a time, I'm not going to get the same results because, and this is why really quick, some of the benefits of consistency is you establish trust with your audience. If you can't trust me to show up every week, I can't trust you to want to show up every week, right? It doesn't work like that. But if you know I'm going to be here no matter what, every Monday at 9, then you're probably more likely to show up too, because you know I'll be here and you can count on it. And just think about the brands that we like. We like them because they're consistent. You go to certain restaurants because when you get that thing that you like, it's going to taste the same. You wouldn't do that if it was going to taste salty one time, sweet another, burnt another, raw another. It's not worth it. But the consistency, that's what franchises thrive on, is that they can reproduce that same thing at the same level over and over again. Also, consistency, it establishes a strong brand identity. So when you're talking business, your brand, whatever the values are of your brand, the look, the feel, but you're talking us individuals, that's your values, that's your character. You're establishing your character when you're consistent. People know what to expect from you. They can say, oh yeah, I know they're solid. They always show up. They do what they say they're going to do. They always keep their promises. That's a great thing to be able to say about somebody. And then it's also important to be consistent because it helps you stay focused and motivated. Like I was saying, if I didn't think this was beneficial, I would not continue to show up. I couldn't stay focused and motivated enough to do this. But the trick is, I've kind of tricked myself. I'm here to be helpful, to help with you and your accountability, but it's keeping me accountable too. I work from home like a lot of people, and I don't have to get up and put on makeup on a Monday morning, but this call forces me to have to show up in that way because this is what I have committed to doing. So I've run out of my time on that. This is a very quick call. We're already to the me time. So the me time, like I said, me stands for most impactful item. This is a way for us to set goals for the week. If this is the one thing, if you could just get this done, you would feel like you conquered the world. It doesn't have to be the biggest thing on your list, but it has to be something that's going to make an impact. So I'll go first. For me, my me time this week would be, as I said, I've got this first subcontract for my business, and I have to do a sample for this company so they can, decide whether or not they like me. And so I have to do that this week. And that's my goal, is to get that done early, actually, not on time. I'm going to get it done early. And I anticipate that after that point and they review my work, that we'll be going on to the next steps. So if you're on the call, share your me time in the chat. I can see your chats. I can see your LinkedIn chats. I can see your Facebook. I'm assuming YouTube is where I can. I don't know. The platform says some of them I can't read, but if you're on LinkedIn or you're on Facebook, I can read your comments. So, okay, hey, Ivo. So Ivo says her most impactful item this week is to complete the videos for her Recognizing Red Flags course. Ooh. And it turned out to be a bigger project than you thought. So finishing it was not my win for this week, but it is okay. It is okay. And it's good you recognize that. And I also want to encourage the other listeners that for the me time, you may have a really big goal, break it up into small pieces. So you have a really big project, maybe just phase 1 would be your me time for this week, and then phase 2 would be next week. So again, being able to make it easier and more palatable to set a goal, say it out loud, and hold yourself accountable and to allow others to do the same. This is really about community at the end of the day. Without you guys here for support, it doesn't work. And so please tell people you know about this, and I make it very easy and short so that it's not a hardship for you to participate. All right. Errol says his me time is to paint your front door and door frame from the honey-do list. Okay. Yes, that's a good one. Home projects are, those can get really tricky. I have a bunch of them kind of lingering around that I haven't finished. So you might be inspiring me to finish something. I hope you get that done, just for the sake of the peace in your household. But thank you for sharing that, Errol. But again, this is just a really key thing. And I just don't see us doing this enough. I mean, we have groups where we talk about leadership and accountability is discussed, but the active aspect of it and putting it into action and encouraging is just not always something that we just do. I know mastermind groups can be a really great way of doing this. Those are usually high ticket groups, and not everyone can afford to do that. So that's another reason why this call is free, because I want people to be able to participate. I don't want any barriers to entry. I want to create a community. So please participate as much as you can. Tell people you know about it. The streaming was a change. We were using Zoom before. That wasn't really working so well because you had to register. So now with the streaming, you can catch the stream live on LinkedIn, Facebook, or YouTube. So all of those are simultaneously streaming right now. And even if you can't make the live call, the recordings will always be available afterwards. So I just want to make it really easy for people to participate. So even if you catch the call, or yes, accountability parties, that's what we're calling it now. Even if you catch the replay, you can still comment. I would still love to see your me times and your wins so that I can keep up with what you guys are doing. And I can know that you're showing up and you're sharing. Like that's a big part of what this is all about. So we're down to the last 30 seconds. I want to thank everyone for taking time out of your day to spend with me. I know it's only 15 minutes, but all of our time is very valuable. And I really appreciate that you didn't feel like it was a hardship to join in. Thank you for commenting, everybody that commented. It's great to see all of you. I hope to see you all again soon. And please join me next week. Every Monday, 9 a.m. to 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. We are here being accountable, having an accountability party. And I will see you next week. Have a great week. Thank you so much. Bye.